Hello, welcome to Magic with Melly, or welcome back if you are returning. I am Melly, and you guys are magical. We are all magical. We are connecting here to understand where we're at on our journeys, perhaps where we've been, where we will be. This reading is timeless, so whenever you're finding it, it could be relevant for you, even if I uploaded it like some time ago. Okay, so if you come across any of my readings, you can trust that they are yours if you trust yourself and that it helped you in some way. You trust your guidance, it brought you here. And now what more is it doing for you? I'm hoping for the best for all. I'm trying to get this sage going. Because it's getting really short and I don't want to have sort of like a hazard. But this kind of feels hazardous, doesn't it? The way it's like, okay. I think that's definitely going now. Yeah. Woo. So I do have expectations for you guys to heal and cleanse and choose what's best for you. Choosing what's best for you is very unique. It's going to look very unique for everybody. Aha, that's the flame I wanted. You guys, this Three of Swords does not feel like, it doesn't feel very good. It feels like a lot needs to be spoken, or maybe there were things left unsaid. Like, I don't know, like there is just an overwhelming energy that we need to release here. We have hang tight, so I think some of us are hanging on too tightly, maybe, but hang tight is more, the context I was aiming for was like hang tight. Things are about to shift, things are about to change, things are about to look good, but we have to get over this Three of Swords energy. Underneath it is the Emperor. So I have card decks out, kind of indicating to you how this reading is going to go. I'm going to live shuffle everything. So for some reason, my nose got really sniffly, so I apologize for any sniffles that may bother anybody in the collective. But I think it's indicative that words are flowing. I'm hearing words are flowing, or words should be flowing. Okay, I'm going to get this out of our way and clear space, and we're gonna get into what we're flowing. Okay, we have some shadow work that we're gonna address. We're going to get down to some really important questions that need to be, discussed between you and yourself, you and your partners. And I say partners because that could be business or sexual or intimate, or just your living environment. They could just be your roommates and not anything. So whatever you find to be relevant here, this is going to be your messages for the highest good. Okay, you clicked on this reading because you felt something about it resonated, and we're going to get down to more of hopefully more synchronicities, more things that will resonate and things that will validate you on your journey. How to just feeling really, if you feel connected here, this is your reading. If you feel like this isn't your reading, perhaps you were brought here to be guided to a different reading, or you're meant to discover, you know, the reason, the connection later on. Maybe it's a past, present, or future thing. You know, a future thing is an unknown thing. We haven't experienced the future yet. So, just keep a note on where you're at and where you want to be and where you've been, and kind of distinguish all these messages. For some reason, I'm hanging on to these ones, so I'm going to start off with the Synchronicities deck. So there's got to be quite a load of messages here for the collective, but we do want what's best for the highest good of all. That we want positive messages and messages that would be protective for the collective. No evil or weapons of evil shall be successful against anyone in this experience on Magic with Melly. We have horns, flame, 808. Power, control, strength, and dominance. Chaos, motivation, compulsion, eternal love. Those could be maybe some trigger words for you, or just words that you identify with. Maybe you have been wanting to embody this energy, or that you do embody this energy. Flame, maybe we have fire signs here in the collective. Sagittarius, Leo, Aries. And I'm taking a moment to notice the words on 808, or read them. It says restraint, benevolence, wisdom, intuition, fight off a curse, understanding spirituality, bearer of light, interpretation of dreams, organization, judgment, and justice. Excuse me. So there's a lot to unpack with just that archangel, this 808 archangel card. With this fight off a curse, understanding spirituality, you may be experiencing dark magic. It does exist. As much as you believe in good magic, bad magic has to exist as well. And so some, you know, people could be working with intention to, I'm hearing, keep you hooked. With the horns, I'm hearing keep control, keep their dominance. It may be a manipulative thing, or it could be as far as creating like a, you know, a ritual of some sort, or laced within items. You know, it could be layers of it. It just depends on how spiritual you believe the individual to be. You are intuitively receiving something about someone, is what I'm getting from Spirit. And the motivation towards doing something about it, like you get kind of stuck in your head. Because there has been, the cycle has been as such for some time. Blue, take what resonates: security, trust, loyalty, responsible, conservative, passive, excuse me, passive, depressed, predictable, protects, calms, relaxes, supports, confidence, peace, honesty, and reliability. I'm getting that someone's trust is being tested and their loyalty is being tested currently. 999, end of a phase, endings, let go, go with the flow, make space for the new completion. That card speaks a lot for itself, guys. End of a phase. So wherever you are at, you know, either you're pondering this end of a phase, like, you know, making that final decision, or you have already experienced the end of a phase, right? And you're waiting for something new to come in. Okay, I'm only going to receive this one. We have green. So, okay, someone's favorite colors could be blue or green or both. I'm getting that this one wants to stay out, so I will. Harmony, safety, growth, health, judgmental, envy, materialism, inexperience, revitalizes, balances, relaxes, encourages, generosity, hope, prosperity, luck. 101 Archangel, success, a new portal opening, miracles, protection, alignment, new cycle. I love that. 9, we have a progression. It does look like 8s, 9s, and maybe 10s. 8, 9, 10. It looks like a ascending. You guys are just coming up to a new level. We have heart race. So I think it's just like, you know, that someone's energy adds to yours because of how it makes your heart feel. Like, it makes your heart like race, it makes your heart jump. I'm getting just like some of you just really need to be on a healing journey so you don't mess it up. Star, hope, enlightenment, divine guidance, light and darkness. I think someone in the experience has really highlighted some shadow work, okay, and that's what made maybe the connection or whatever you were working on really hard, is that your shadow appears next to like your light, you know, like they have to exist, they coexist, you know, they happen together. And you really want to focus on your light energy and less on your shadow energy. And so I think that's like the deal here, is we need to work through. This is 606 Archangel, trust, grace, able to overcome challenges, evil eye protection, represents youth, passion, sexuality, blossoming, and relationship. So I'm getting an interesting message from Evil Eye, because Evil Eye, if you are the one that embodies the energy of Evil Eye, you can't really protect yourself from yourself. That would be kind of not a good thing. And so just be mindful of if you are trusting Evil Eye to protect you, or you've sensed Evil Eye on you. It could be truth, okay? It could be truth that someone casts intentionally. I think Evil Eye is really something to be worried about only by people who actually are evil. If you don't hold evil in your heart, you won't experience Evil Eye repercussions. Does that make sense? Like, I don't think anyone who is good in the collective has to worry about Evil Eye protection, but you may have to worry about Evil Eye protection for those around you that aren't pure or as good as you, if that makes sense, because this whole spirituality journey, some people aren't as deep in it, some people aren't as connected in it, and that is fair. Okay, I think that back of the deck energy nail is like, I hit the nail on that one with the hammer on just like that theme could be really significant for spiritual people. Just not everyone is ascended like you are, and so you know, perhaps balancing being really grounded and then also being really ascended, and knowing when to apply. Could be significant for some in the collective. This whole healing journey does occur meditative, a part of, as time goes by, in that time span, we do sleep, and sleep is meditative, or meditation is like sleep, however you want to see that. One is a small circle, and then the other one is a bigger circle, and so we heal in that space. And so I need to just read more of down here. We have hat, hole, 404, and ivy. Clingy, fixated, obsession, attachment. Archangel 404, understanding, harmony, reconciliation, fulfillment in romantic relationship, open-mindedness, strength, and reliability. Whole, unseen, mystery, unknown, misunderstood. Hat, role, rank, nobility, authority. So someone maybe, okay, I'm getting someone wants to wear the hat in the relationship, or the boots. I don't know how that phrase goes. It's like someone or the pants. And I'm like naming all the articles of clothing. We're not being clothingists here, okay? All the articles of clothing can mean power. But apparently it's authority is represented with the hat here, so someone wants to wear the hat. Maybe someone is fashionable and likes to wear hats. That could just be significant there. I think some of these people in the collective feel like they're in a hole with what to do, especially surrounding, ending the end of a phase for those in the collective that are dealing with that. Right? When you ascend, I think this is like that level up, that ascending level up. And when you change, the other things change too, and you guys are really feeling perhaps invisible, either intentionally or unintentionally. Okay, some people would rather not be seen. Some people do want to be seen, and then the more they try, the more they don't feel seen. It could be layers, right? But I think this invisible energy is what's coming out with the whole card. And we have just using more of your gifts in this time and space where you feel lost or unmotivated, or like you just don't know what to do. You like need to relax. Perhaps you have done enough in the right direction and it's a relaxing period, because with manifesting, you have to be comfortable with where you're at now, and that's the point of you don't have it, right? So you have to be okay when you want something. You also have to be okay with not wanting it, not having it, and kind of sort of let go of it in the means that like relax on the concept, be in harmony with it, like realize that it hasn't come yet because you need to harmonize with it in order for it to be safe to be around, in order for it to be manifested properly. It could be a matter of going through some obstacles and challenges first in order to shape you enough to be ready for it. It could be one of those only a very specific form can fit into the situation, so you need to be cut into the shape. I'm sort of getting that with the star here, that it's about divine guidance, that the divine sent you the experience to open and expand you onto something unique, and you will be intuitively picking up what things mean to you on your journey throughout your readings and throughout your experiences. Maybe the synchronicities will show themselves to you. The 4s, 6s, 8s, 9s, those could be significant. Hats, horns, fire signs. Like I said earlier with the fire signs and the colors, they could be significant. Someone's favorite plant could be ivy. Another thing, as well as their name could be ivy, is you could be dealing with someone who is very on and off. I'm definitely picking up on there needs to be a release somewhere, energetically, or with a situation, or with a person, in order to level up. Okay, let's see what's coming out of this deck for the highest good for the collective. What are they needing to see or experience in their reading for their highest good? This card says, don't talk to anyone, don't look at anyone. You need some fucking time alone, and you know why. So, I think that speaks on this Three of Swords. It's either to discover who's causing it, or to heal from, you know, anything and everything related to it, okay? Because some of you already know what's causing your pain emotionally, and some of you don't, and you need to kind of suss it out, actually figure it out by just being away from everyone, treating everyone equally, right? And then seeing what happens. Help people, give back, do good shit for humanity. Get over yourself, pull your shit together. So I think that this could be that message of reminding those in the collective what you're here for. I think a good amount of the collective wishes to help others, and you're kind of trying to figure out what it is that you can help others with. Like, what are the list of things that you're good at that you could offer help in? Take a shot. Don't take 12, take 1. Okay, maybe 2. Move on. I think that goes for anyone who's experiencing trying anything new. Like, try things at least a few times. Once or twice, maybe thrice. 4 if you really think so. But then after that, like, move on from that hobby. If it doesn't stick, it doesn't stick. You know, don't put so much time and money and effort into it and get to the point of hating yourself. You know, if you had been for some, it's like your intuition had been telling you, like, okay, this isn't really for you. That's why you're kind of half-assing it. It's why you're partially, you're not totally in it. Like you have that energetic knowing or feeling, but whether or not you listen to it or take action to, like, with it, is a different thing. And so strengthening this practice is good. Stop obsessing. You are not the fucking center of the universe. So that is absolutely true. As much as you think about yourself, other people aren't thinking about you that much. They're thinking about themselves. Detox. And that is totally normal. Okay, that's something that to remind ourselves of. Drink a smoothie, unfriend that asshole, and throw some shit out. This is just enough said. If you really want to treat yourself to better by removing people online and in your physical surroundings, and then literally have a smoothie over it. It'll be sweet. If you're waiting for a sign, well, here it fucking is. What the hell are you waiting for? Get that shit done. So pause the video and come back if you need to, like, really, like, purge the bad and the negative things out of your life. Because if you are saying you're ready to level up, but aren't actually ready, Spirit knows, and you know, but you are not acknowledging completely. Acknowledgement and action kind of go together. You do you. Stop trying to change people. That shit never works. We have take a fucking trip, and the back says you need food in your belly, eat a fucking taco. So go relax and eat, and, you know, clean your stuff up. If that message is for you, like, really, like, take it, because some of you, if you really want a clearer mind space, then it comes with a clearer physical space. It may be hand in hand, where if you have a clogged up mental space, you manifested it in your physical space. And then maybe the way to fix it is going backwards, fixing your physical space, and then maybe in that time frame you will have intuitively downloaded something because you spent time alone doing the task. Or maybe you spent the time with a friend doing the task, and your friend dropped some advice. Either way, there was a download or a drop of information that may have helped you, and maybe it helped you a little bit or helped you completely. It just depends on how much action you boosted behind it. As much, like, I think that just needs to be, we need to remind ourselves of that phrase of, we can lead a horse to water, but we can't force it to drink it, or, you know. And so if it's a matter of that, I think it's just, I think that message is related here, is what I'm saying, is that people just won't change. Even if you give them all the information, they'll only take in what they think is necessary or what they want. I'm getting selective hearing for some, like they hear when they decide to or want to, and, you know, that's not really true. You know, they're just being selective in their actions surrounding being told what to do, or, you know, behind what they are receiving in. They are selecting what they receive out of what's being spoken or told to them, or read, you know, what they're reading. Whatever it is, someone's receptiveness can be off. And maybe they could be, you know, having a hard time with how long they are open, or how long they are open to something. Maybe someone's open too long, someone's not open for long enough, because I'm getting like attachment. This card with the IV attached, it's like attachment issues. Someone just is maybe experiencing extremes there in the healing journey. I don't know, there is a lot to kind of go over for many of you in the collective. So what's the longest you've ever gone without taking a shower? These are burning question cards, so I think we have to kind of discuss that with our partners and with ourselves, and really like bring up those important questions. Like, maybe someone's really stinky and you literally haven't asked this question, like, when was the last time you showered? Maybe you have asked someone else that question. Maybe, you know, someone needs to work on their hygiene in your space. What food could you not live without? That's definitely an important question to know about any partners or anybody who you love in your life. Like, we share a lot of meals with people we love. And so if you think about food that is someone's favorite, or that someone just has to have in their daily life, or at least they have to experience it in their lifetime, like, what is that? Maybe ask that or consider that. Just discover more about yourself, discover more about your person. If you were given a choice to choose your manner of death, how would you die? So how would you choose, you know, if you were to choose a violent manner, how would you choose? Because I think most people would be content if it was a peaceful way, right? I think that is just a like a given for most, or given, you know, like you, because, yeah, but if you were to choose like a violent way, like what would you find to be, I guess, artistic, or an honor, you know, like what would you believe that to be? What's the closest you've ever come to being arrested? What do you think happens after death, if anything? So some of you believe in life after death, some of you don't. Some of you need to discuss what should happen to your body. Some of you need to discuss like about periods where you were getting in trouble. Like, everyone's been some sort of troublemaker or has experienced trouble. Someone creates the trouble, but sometimes you're like around it. And so kind of you need to kind of discuss, like, is your person a troublemaker? Is your person the person that's just like been around it but not actually committing anything bad? Maybe, or have they never been around anything like this? Like, you need to know really who you are around. It could be any kind of connection. You could be asking parental figures these questions. You could be your kid could be asking you these questions. You could just be wanting to know this about someone else. I don't know. There's so many different types of people here. What's your ideal vacation? If a genie granted you wishes right now, what would you wish for? I think those two are coming out together for a reason. Your ideal vacation, that's really nice to consider, especially because we had take a fucking trip at the top there. So, like, if you were to take a trip, have you even considered where? And you know, like, would you wish for that? Would that be the first thing that comes to mind, or would you wish for something else? Would you wish on behalf of someone else? Like, especially, like, you know, you can maybe understand someone by like the types of lists that they make, like top movies, top songs, top like things that they would wish for, things that they can't live without. Like, those lists could be really important in forming like at least the type of person that they are. You're in a public restroom and you just went number 2. You realize your stall is out of toilet paper. What do you do? So you may want to, I guess, like, that would be just inquiring like what someone would do in like a sudden situation. Or like if they just didn't really think ahead, because I think that's just like noticing someone being unprepared. Like, they didn't notice their surroundings before they had all that time while they were taking a number 2 to notice there was no TP, and then now there's like. But like, in that situation, would you wait for someone to come through, and would you like communicate to them like, hey, can you help me? Or like, would you call someone and be antisocial? Like, there's so many, like, how someone might describe that situation can show you how like how comfortable they are with asking for help. Or like like, I don't know, like another episode of Naked and Afraid or something. What's your favorite hobby? You definitely are gonna want someone who has hobbies around you, so that you can learn just more without having to do the hobby. You can learn things. Or in general, you know, then you know that they're not doing like shitty stuff when they're bored. When I'm drunk, I like to eat, because like that's kind of toxic energy if that was just by itself. But it's like saying like, what's your favorite drunk food? Because it does trigger specific cravings. Maybe. Do you believe in second chances? Do you believe that, you know, that could be a question that you need answered, because you don't want like an ex to linger around your person or linger around you, depending on how you believe in second chances and things like that. That could be an important message for anybody who still has attachments going on, because some of you have relationships where your partner or your person is still connected to their ex because they're friends, or I don't know, like there's interesting things like that. Have you ever broken the law? So there could be being close to being arrested, and then actually, but then you can still break the law and not be caught. So that could be, you know, like another question related there. What do you consider your best physical feature, and what was the best phase in your life? So, how they respond to their physical features, what they think is best about them, or even if they have something to say surrounding that, can really point you in the direction of how confident they are with themselves, and even the phase of their life, like where they think their best is, if they have not experienced it yet, or if they have and they feel like they peaked in childhood or in high school, or they peaked at some other age. Like maybe you're experiencing or about to experience the best phase of your life. If you can't speak to what it is, maybe you're about to experience it, right? And so I'm so I'm so happy that you guys are deciding to connect, either before or during the best experience of your life, that I'm here to be with you on it. How do you wish to be remembered? I think you guys are really wanting to leave a legacy. What topic are you tired of hearing about? So I think that last one is like, you don't want people to be tired of speaking about you, or like of your name being around. Like you want to be remembered for good things, though. You don't want to be remembered for bad things. Like you don't want anybody to be tired of you by any means. You want to like just do your best. I think that's generally a good energy from the collective. I think with this legacy card, it's all about igniting that passion, igniting your flame, because we have that flame card. I'm getting passion heavy through. So you guys maybe need to heal your sacral chakra. Okay, sacral chakra could be really significant here. We have lovers, 15. Because someone, I'm getting a lover hurt somebody. Like a lover and hurt. Okay, and healing. Messages. Courthouse, 23. Okay, that could be just significant, and that and a court case has to come to an end before anything begins. You guys could have baby daddies or baby mamas here in the collective, right? And then, like, you know, there's main female. The blockage could be a main female, or there could be a blockage surrounding a main female. Okay, it could be your own energetic block, or literally someone is interfering here, or a plan, like a paper plan has to occur. Distant horizons, 36. I think you guys just know what you want with this distant horizons. It's like setting forth from like with a map in hand, you know, like you have to have already know your destination in order to set off. You can't set off with no destination, otherwise that is a suicide mission. You know, that is that's like you're adding more unknown to what is already unknown. And so we have this message and mature man. I think for some of you, if you really want to know for sure, you have to try a message. Mature man. I think maybe some of you are getting advice from a person who is masculine. And masculine could be, it doesn't have to be a gender male. It could be female holding masculine energy as well. They, them, however you want to see that. Mature man is just a mature, more like wise, more controlled, responsible energy here. someone who has worked, someone who has been there, done that, like that sort of energy here. For the collective, what's going on? False person 8. You guys are needing to discover who's a false person, who's just acting, you know. There's behaving, there's acting, and then there's being. And the other day I was in house. Some of you are manifesting your house or living space. High honor, 25. I think you guys are well known. People, it's really easy to just pick you out. Or really easy to pick on you. There is energy here where I don't know how to let you go, and I forgive you. Maybe that's the types of messages that you're going to be receiving, is messages surrounding forgiveness, either you towards another person or another person towards you. Someone doesn't want to let go, that's for sure, because they are maybe either, I think someone's just growing up or growing through the experience. That if you have seen a separation between you and your person, or there's been some time since the last time, I think it's because there is experiences they wanted to ground first, make sure that things were completed first, that they didn't see how messed up the situation was till you showed them that they were being messed up, right? And it took them having to be messed up in order for you to have words about being messed up, and then they didn't know. Like, it's just like their self-awareness towards what they were doing couldn't have been seen until someone said something, and you were maybe the first someone to say something, or the first someone to experience it like that. I love myself enough to walk away. I'm not coming back. And because of some experience that happened, we have that. You know, it's like there can be forgiveness, but it doesn't mean that the attachment remains, that you can, you know, stay connected. That's like a choice. You could forgive someone and not keep them in your life. You know, saying that you forgive them doesn't mean that they stay around. It just means that you release them from, like, the trouble surrounding it. And so if you release them and you find that you can stay connected to them and it won't be any trouble, okay, they stay connected. If you release them and, like, you know, you want to release them so there's no trouble, like, that's another thing too, right? Like, sometimes releasing the situation is releasing the person that caused the situation, but maybe you can stay attached to the person and release the situation by itself. And, you know, like, maybe they are the same, like, maybe you're not triggered enough where the person reminds you of the experience every time you look at them. And that you can let go of the experience and not let go of the person. Sometimes you can't let go of the experience without letting go of the person. So that's why this I'm not coming back may be true for some, but it's not true for all. Maybe it's just a perspective thing. I never used to look at you in that way. Again, just more on perspective. Maybe someone's perspective about you or towards the relationship changed, and that's why they are never going to come back to the relationship. That they were big enough to be like, I deserve better. And so some of you know this. Some of you need to kind of look at the bigger scope and take that message of, like, knowing the difference between, like, forgiving someone and whether or not they should stay around. That is a very individual, like, that is a very unique decision on every unique experience, that you need to weigh out how triggered you are when you look at the situation and the people that are involved. If it can't go away, you know, then time away will be, you know, if, okay, that's great. If it can go away, then time away. Could be helpful. I think that just helps because away rhymes with away, but it's like you're so easy to see through. For some, this is like a check-in reading with your person. For others, this is like there's a lot to say from somebody. I want to tell you so much. I pretend you don't mean that much. Thank you for leaving me. Thank you for leaving me. That's an amazing back of the deck because it's indicative that the experience had to happen in order for the expansion. That more on that like self-awareness, that the self-awareness wasn't there. So someone had to check you. You know, someone had to check that person, like check yourself before you wreck yourself. So it's like they did wreck themselves, but they had to have you to do it. They couldn't check their own selves, right? And so I think that's kind of what some of you went through. Either you or your person, or you, like, there's just a lot going on. To channel, let's see. I'm getting this deck first and then the tarot to end. So let's see what else is going here for the collective. It's just some stuff to point out for what's for the collective. I am secure. So you guys are working on this affirmation, feeling safe and secure in the things that you choose, in where you're at, financially, mentally, physically, feeling really good about things. What does that take? It's a lifestyle. Be your true authentic self. You have so much value. So big emphasis on value. Value is how, like, your perspective, really, how much it is going to give to you or add to your life in some way. And so being authentic, of course, adds to your life 100%. So be your authentic self. But value could be like looked at with looking at something in the store, you know, and thinking about how long it can be around, how useful it can be if you were to take it home, and kind of the pricing. But the pricing maybe does or does not matter because the value, you know, like the same chair could cost $2 or $20, but the materials it's made out of and all these other things could be in context or not. Someone's morality can be in context too. Maybe someone who really wants comfortable sitting at a cheap price, they made the most amazing chair at only $2. And that someone who wants just to make money off of you, maybe they made it off of really cheap quality items and materials. It maybe literally costs them $2 to make, but they upmarked it $20 at the store. So $2 versus a $20 chair, the value, what it means to you is it could be very, very, very variable. Very, 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 very variable. The varies there, variable, very variable. So your authentic self, that's just, I think that just, if I were to go full circle, how someone sees you, the way you see yourself is most important. And the way you are expressing yourself is most important too. How someone else sees you is going to be different per individual anyway. Someone's going to really, really like you, and someone's going to really, really not like you. And someone who really, really doesn't like you can be replaced to be made space for someone who does really like you. You know, always make space for good and better. And when you experience bad, you know, remove it. Indirect communication is avoidance and unhealthy communication. So some of you need to experience that. If you wish to still have something with your person, you need to connect and not avoid things. When I feel insecure, I put on a false mask to hide who I really am. Where do I see my child 5 to 10 years from now? Can I make changes for my child leading to a better future? You guys, this is important. When your kid is 5, your kid already needs to be enrolled in school. And so, and you know, first kindergarten through 5th grade, that's about 5 to 10 years. Like, you know, choosing a school for them, or maybe choosing, and that isn't just, you know, school for K through 12. It could be after. Maybe you guys have teenagers. You're like, how am I going to fund certain things? How am I going to have the money for their future? Like, you guys are considering these things. Know and feel that everything is working out for you. Are you telling your partner how they should feel? Check yourself. So, are you telling your partner how to feel? Yeah, that is a good one. Some of you don't realize you are doing that, telling your partner how to feel, that they're not allowed to feel mad or sad or upset at them, at you, or vice versa. You know, your partner may be doing that to you. You could share readings with your partner. They're your partner for a reason, right? So you should be able to confide in them. And then if you don't, then realize, be your own wish fulfillment, that you can make room for a partner that you are deserving of, that would treat you right, that would, you know, help strengthen you and help do you good. Chin to chest and stretch the back of your neck. So maybe you need to stretch your neck specifically. Maybe you're really tense there. When my child understands that rules and structure are essential in the home, they will act accordingly out in the world. Vengeful, find a better way to heal your anger. This negative emotion comes back full circle. This card says, take 3 gulps of water and feel the miracle of your body. Take it in. Water is very healing for those of you that are here very, very specifically for your healing journey. An important message for you could be that if you speak your affirmations with your water, that the water can basically connect with it, and you will be open and receptive to it as you are drinking it, and it'll be like receiving the information. And then you will then later release what is not necessary by urinating. And so just experience, maybe if you need to experience more healing, take in more water and do it with intention. Healing anger, maybe you guys are going through anger management, or even management in the home, because we do have that card with the child understanding structure in the home. So you have to maintain the structure. I think that is, I'm just having it repeat in my mind, maintain structure. So that means maintaining boundaries, keeping strong on on, you know, the same flow and not having a consistent flow in the same direction. So, what is said goes, you know. Check your pulse and control its beats to a slow, calm rhythm. We have that heart race in the title, so I think maybe you guys are experiencing some things surrounding the heart and regulating things. So knowing how to calm yourself down is really important, especially those that deal with anger. There's a fine line between being a friend and being a parent to my child. I know the difference. Feelings. Explore feelings a bit more. It will release a world of tension you've been carrying. Feelings. Feelings. I think you guys are experiencing some tingles. And maybe you are afraid of your feelings, but you guys are also experiencing tension, and that is no good. So to release that, you need to kind of tap more into the feelings you've been avoiding. Okay, that's it for these. We have, why are you acting challenged or competitive? I will start an argument when I cannot verbalize my feelings correctly. Gleeful, imagine tickling a baby on the belly. You hear the giggles, you see the smiles. Aw. Zestful, understand that your positive energy gives the person next to you a feeling of immediate zest. And sunny, your smile, your positive facial expressions, the sincerity in your eyes, that is what shines. So reminders for the collective there that as long as you're happy, like that smile on your face, that is all that matters to the people around you. Because if you are frowning or not feeling good, that's going to be leaving everybody around you vulnerable to feeling the same way. And there is a time and place for all types of feelings, right? And so, but we definitely want to be feeling happy more often because it feels good. We want everyone feeling good more often. But the thing is, we don't always feel good, and that's okay too. I think the thing is like you have to maybe warn someone when you're about to go down a bad experience, because they didn't really ask to be put where you are emotionally. Does that make sense? And so like there is a boundary between what you're experiencing and what someone else wants to experience. If you're not having a good experience, then kind of feel that out, like literally feel it out of your system and then come back. And you may feel it out of your system with somebody or alone. Okay, but the thing is you've got to bring motivation and motion towards that intention. You can't just sit there and want it, think it, and that's it. You have to want it, think it, and act. Big thing on accountability and actions towards taking care of things, taking care of self. We have Page of Pentacles reverse. Now what's on with this Page of Pentacles? I have Page of Wands. I'm getting you guys are novices. You guys are just new. I have a lot of youth in my collective, but if you're not, if you don't resonate with being youthful, I think it's just new to anything. If you have recently tried something new or made a shift, this is that trial. I'm getting like trial and error repeating for me, like getting that, like you gotta try and then you gotta mess it up. You gotta have an error in order to learn what not to do, so you can learn what to do. Maybe that's a lot of what happened here, with maybe how you grew up and how you want to teach your kids, or even past experiences in romance, in relationships. You had all the bad stuff and now you're ready for the good stuff. the Emperor, the Magician. You're manifesting your Emperor, because back of the deck we had the Emperor here, and we have the Magician and the Emperor next to each other. So you guys are going to be successful in your healing journey, in your heart race, okay? Because apparently heart race could be like, it's a competition to find, like, I don't know, like some of you are viewing it as a competition, like who can find their partner like fast enough. And it's not really about that. It's about, I'm getting like 5 of Swords. I'm getting an urgency. I'm getting an urgency from the collective, and then from Spirit, I'm getting like a, please slow down. Please enjoy yourself. Like, please enjoy what's going on right now. 6 of Cups. Because, the 6 of Cups is like calling on your surroundings, calling on your community, calling on like things to be grateful for. 3 of Cups reverse. I'm getting with this 3 of Cups reverse, some people can't celebrate with you in your next portion of your journey. And it's navigating that, like who's in alignment, who's not. You know, there is growing and outgrowing. Nine of Pentacles reverse. Judgment reverse. The Chariot reverse. 6 of Pentacles. You guys are feeling quite stuck. I'm picking up on that stuckness here. 9 of Pentacles reverse is giving me like a codependent energy. Like you really feel dependent on something to occur first, or to be like there, or something like that. Like if this then that kind of a thing. Like, I won't go if this, or you know, like energy similar to that. And as long as you're in that energy, it makes you vulnerable, because maybe you are attached to something not good for you, and you need to be able to release. You know, you need to be able to release whenever something shifts, because maybe they weren't always bad for you. Maybe they were good for you at some point, but then if they did turn against you, you need to be able to release that. 3 of Pentacles reverse, the Death reverse, Horseman of Swords. I think that this, for some in the collective, that you have individuals that put a stop to your healing. Because they know, I think it's just like there is knowing of how successful you can be or will be. And it's the choices or intentions to be near it, around it. And if they can't be near it or around it or be in the success, they rather than destroy it. If they can't, you know, like if I can't, what's that phrase? It's like, if I can't be with you, then if I can't have you, then nobody can. Like, someone kind of feels that way towards your success or towards you. This ultimate 9 of Cups is like ultimate fulfillment, ultimate wish fulfillment. It's there, it's waiting for you, but it's like the people who have this energy around you can't, they just can't. Ace of Pentacles reverse, 8 of Pentacles reverse. As long as they are around, nothing surrounding your dreams and manifestations or anything like that is going to be successful. So that's why Spirit can't, the universe can't take the next step unless you do the step that is needed here with the boundaries and with the people that aren't good for you. That is something you navigate and figure out for yourself, and it's going to be hard. You're going to be by yourself for some period of time in order to strengthen your priorities, your focus, strengthen your work ethic, strengthen or even just clear up what is confusing you so much. Horseman of Cups reverse. There's been just so much access to you and your energy and your projects, and justice needs to be served now surrounding that, because not everyone can be around this next portion, because you need to be able to, you need to protect it, you need to maintain, you need to upkeep your energy. Like when you ascend, it is damn hard to get up there, so you have to maintain it. So many people are going to want to take it down. Yeah, a lot of people are going to want to take it down, because it's going to just remind them of the shit they carry that they haven't worked out yet. Hanged Man, and now Two of Cups reverse. You guys don't want to disconnect, but it's this... It's like, if you love something, let it go. If it returns, you know. Four of Swords reverse. You haven't rested on thinking about the situation or rested on what to do. Queen of Pentacles reverse. The energy hasn't grounded because it's not... the energy hasn't grounded because divine timing is at play. Divine intervention is at play. That there is empowerment and something bigger and better, whether it's this person, the situation, or not. There is just building, you know, experiences that are building towards it. But in this time and space, when you are alone, make sure that you are progressing the things that are important to you, taking care of yourself, and not just laying around waiting. Page of Cups, Three of Wands. Yes, definitely making sure you're not sitting around and waiting. Page of Cups is definitely really active energy, very quick energy. So just make sure you are doing... Make sure you're doing your things. That is a very important message. Make sure you're doing your things. And things will take care of themselves. People will take care of themselves. You can trust that someone can take care of themselves if you take care of other people. Remind yourself to take care of yourself. If you're really good at taking care of other people, you could be really good at it and then forget about yourself. So remember, just like maybe shift priorities, make sure that things still get done, even if other things are not getting done that you wish are getting done. Trust that if you can't do more surrounding it, that you can relax and settle into other tasks and other things to do. And that, you know, you got to continue taking care of things, and then the universe will take care of the things that you are not taking care of, that you're not paying attention to. And, you know, the healing journey can be a cycle of paying attention to yourself, paying attention to other people, connecting with yourself, connecting with other people, disconnecting, all sorts of layers and layers and layers of energy. And that's why we're here to channel it, come together, understand, build community, be there for one another. And so here it is. This was the messages for you guys from Magic with Melly. Thank you so much for being magical and sharing space here with me, Melly. And so I'll see you guys next time. Take care and goodbye.